The best part about Alperen Sengun's game is his passing. Yo guys, what's going on? Today I'm gonna talk about Alperen Sengun once again, but now I'm gonna focus more on one part of his game. And in my opinion, it's the part of his game that I think a lot of the mainstream media has overlooked and don't quite understand how good he can be, and that is his passing. In the Summer League, we have seen Sengun try some incredible passes and even complete some of them. Not all of his passes ended up as assists, but the fact that he made those passes is already super impressive. And he's been able to do this even while he was in Turkey. If you look at some of these clips right here, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of people compare Alperen's game to Sabonis, and that is rightly so. The way he plays, the way he moves is very similar to Sabonis from the Pacers. But his passing is super similar to the reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic. It's uncanny how similar their passing is and the way they go about it. I mean, just look at some of these clips from Nikola. Although it's hard to pinpoint what exactly makes it so similar, just by watching, just by seeing how they feel the game, the way they make the passes, you can tell that they are carbon copies of each other. I said it was difficult to pinpoint exactly what makes their passing so unique and different from the rest of the players in the NBA, but I've pinpointed 3 key things that really allow them to reach this level of play. The first thing is their timing. Similar to how they defend and how they're so good protecting the rim despite their lack of athleticism, it's their timing. Their timing when to jump, their timing when to block, and their patience in keeping their hands up and not drawing fouls. It's the key to what makes them so good on the defensive end. You can apply that same thing to their passing. When it comes to timing and passing, it's about when to make the pass and being patient enough to wait for the opening. They both excel at this, and you can see in some of these clips that the best time for them to pass is when they get double teamed. When Alperen Sengun was in Turkey, he would get double teamed all the time. And let's be honest, Nikola gets double teamed a lot in the NBA as well. But there is this moment in the process of the double team that the defense has an opening. And that moment is when the second help defender is switching over. While he is switching over, he's essentially caught in no man's land. At that point, he is not double teaming, nor is he defending the player he's supposed to, and that allows Nikola and that allows Alperen to make the pass. But most players won't be able to make the pass because the defenders are blocking off all conventional passing lanes. But since these guys can go underneath your legs, around the back, up top, it opens lanes that defense is not anticipating and allows these creative passes to go through for easy assists. What looks easy is not easily done by other NBA players, and that's thanks to their timing. Just listen closely to when Mike Schmitz asked Alperen about his passing and what the translator says in English.
Ve doğru zamanı bekliyorum pası vermek için.
To pass the ball, sorry. I wait for the good time to pass the ball.
O boşluğu gördüğümde direkt veriyorum.
And
Ne şekilde olursa olsun vermeye çalışıyorum.
When I see the empty spot and I pass the ball.
So from this interview with Mike Schmitz, he mentions how when the double team comes, it's all about timing. But the second thing he mentions is also very important and noteworthy. He talks about when the double team comes, he passes it to the open spot on the court. Not to a player, but to a spot. And that goes hand in hand with the second thing that I took from both Nikola's passing and Alperen, which is their innate ability, spatial awareness. Now, in a sense, spatial awareness is basically being aware of all the space on the entire court. We have seen really great players show this ability time in, time out. Rondo, LeBron, Chris Paul, etc. And when you have spatial awareness, you don't necessarily pass to a player. You pass to an open spot and hope that player gets there. Very similar to how quarterbacks throw open their receivers with anticipation on their throws. And as Alperen said himself, he doesn't pass to a player, he just passes to the open spot where he anticipates the player to be. And as you can see from his passes, that's exactly what he's doing. He's leading his teammates into the shot. And what this does is it allows those players to make very minimal movements to the basket. You can be one of the best passers when it comes to timing, but if you don't have spatial awareness, it's going to greatly hinder your ability to understand angles, understand depth, and understand the creativity it takes to make these kinds of passes, right? So those are two things that I think you can kind of look at and be like, those are amazing basketball traits. But the third thing is more personality and innate. It's confidence. Look, I truly believe that almost all of the players in the NBA can do these kinds of behind the back passes, but what they lack is confidence to do it on a per possession basis. I mean, look at Nikola. He's not being recognized because he does this once or twice. He's recognized because he does this all the time. Similar to how Alperen was doing it in Turkey. And having that confidence is key in using these creative passes because it opens lanes, it opens avenues that other defenders are not even thinking about. And if it's not even in their head, how are they going to defend it? That's what makes this type of play and this type of creativity so destructive. Because they can pick apart your defense in ways not even you could imagine. Do you think this comparison of Alperen Sengun's passing to Nikola Jokic's passing is a bit of a reach, or is it fairly accurate? Let me know down below. Now level with me. If you listened this far into the video, you might as well subscribe and leave a like, because it looks like you like my content. But other than that, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.